Hello guys, in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how you can remove a background in Photoshop. Alright, so removing a background in Photoshop is actually doing away with every other part and leaving just the main image in Photoshop, which is making it as PNG format. Alright, so in this tutorial we will learn how we can remove a background of any image and how we can export it still remaining as PNG, which is no background. Alright guys, so that is just what we're going to be discussing for today. So before we continue, I would like you guys to please subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification, and don't forget to hit the like button. Alright, so we're just going to click on create new because we're going to be creating a new document for this. That's the first step you need to take, creating a new document. Then you make sure that your background content is actually transparent. You need to leave this as transparent and then you can click on create. The next thing you need to do is to insert your image. There are different methods you can actually use in inserting your image. So this is the method I'm going to be using. I'll move over to my files. I'll click on it and drag it inside here. Alright, so I can now click on this check sign. Good, and this is my image. So how can I now possibly do away with the background, leaving just my main character here? Now the reason why I'm doing this is for maybe for those of you that actually want to remove a background and not using Canva Pro, because most people actually go to Canva to do away with background. You're not using Canva Pro and you just have a Photoshop. This is just how you can actually do this using Photoshop. Alright, you can now move over to your quick selection tool. Now this is it here, quick selection tool, and then you click on it. So after you've clicked on it, you come over to select subject and click on select subject. Now it's actually going to be selecting just that main character in this image. Good. Now this is it here, it has selected this character. Now what we are now going to do is for us to duplicate this. How can you duplicate? Simply Ctrl J and then you've duplicated this. Then this, you can close the eyes of this and then you are having your image right here. So this is just the simple way on how you can actually remove your background in Photoshop. Let's see another way we can actually remove a background in Photoshop. So I'm just going to be bringing this in and then do away with this. Now sometimes after clicking on your quick selection, it does not actually select every single part when you click on select subject. It does not select every single part here. So this particular brush you see here, you see it's having a minus on it. Then I just want to come over here, click on the plus, which is I want to be adding some part here. So I'll just click on her this way. I'll click on her like this. Good. I see I have actually selected her. So you can use this brush in selecting a particular area you want to include when you are removing your background. Then the minus is for you to do away with other parts like this. As you click, you do away with it. If you want to add it back, you click on the plus sign and then you select it. Just like this. So sometimes when you click on select subject, it does not actually select every single part on your main image you want to keep. So this is just how you can do this using the plus and the minus. Alright, so let's now export. Let's see how we can now export our image. I'm going to deselect this. Alright, so if we actually now want to export this image, what you now need to do is to come over to your file here. Now we're going to be exporting it as PNG. You move over to export down here and you click on quick export as PNG. You click on this. So you can now select the location where you want it to be. So I'm just going to be setting my desktop and then you can now give it a name and then you save. So let's go and check our desktop and see what we exported. This is it here. Alright, so this is it right here. So you see this now, it is having no background. Alright, so this is just how you can actually remove a background in Photoshop. Why I prefer to use Photoshop in removing background is because it actually gives me the same quality image I am giving to them. But if I should use website can actually reduce the quality of the image I am giving them. Alright, so I prefer to use Photoshop in removing my background if I am not using Canva Pro. Okay, so this is just the simple step on how you can use Photoshop in doing away with your background. So if you actually want to learn the introduction to Photoshop, how you can fully understand Photoshop as a beginner, you can do also check out the next video. In the next video, I'm going to be explaining the simple step on how you can understand Photoshop as a beginner, the step-by-step tutorial. Alright guys, so you can do well to check out the next video, and I'll see you guys right there. Before we go, do not forget, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification, and then I'll see you in the next video.